And we are back with Lisa Waters Lane in the studio. Each week she gets we should do the whole show with just you being the hostess with the mostess.
Hey,
The
probably
whole
not.
thing.
Nope.
It's hard to keep the deadlines going every week with the show, huh?
It is.
Creative, fun, entertaining, and gives some garden information. 52 weeks out of the year, been doing this for, I don't know, since over 20 years, long
Really?
time. Yeah. It
Wow.
was the road construction back in, what's that, 2003 or something? Whatever that was. In road construction, people couldn't get to us. And I went, what can I do to get information out so people won't forget us? It's construction. So I started teaching college classes at Yale by College on gardening, different subjects. And then I started the radio show and a garden column. Kind of all started there out of desperation. And it's kind of an entrepreneurial thing. You do whatever you can to keep it going, to make sure your customers and friends don't forget.
Right.
You're still alive and going. And now it's been 60 years this year. Your father started this thing back in 1962.
Yeah.
So
in a while.
we keep trying to keep doing proud.
We do.
So
we really do.
And then our next generation, Mackenzie is now taking this thing. She's in training. So she's now the GM.
What am I
manager? You're
Did I just lose my job?
GM and exiting GM. We got to both kind of work mother-daughter thing going.
I was just fired on air.
But we'll have fun together.
Okay.
Where you want to go, honeydew?
I don't know.
Actually, that sounded terrible.
I've just been fired. I got to accept that first.
But I still need your radio voice.
I keep saying you need to get Kinsey in here to do the radio. Not that I don't enjoy it. It's good to have fresh blood.
Fresh blood, young blood.
Yeah.
Talented blood.
Right.
She is super smart. We went to it's called the Garden Center Conference. These are the big players in the country get together, and she could hold her own. They're asking her questions. She could pop right up.
Wow.
The next one, we're going to Kansas City here in a month. It's called the Garden Center Group. It's 140 garden centers. We all share information. It's like a co-op for garden centers. We're very, very close, very tight. Anything you want to know, all family owned. She's going, and we're doing financials. So our financial consultants coming, going, here's your Gimroy. You retailers know what, you know, margins, turns, advertising budget, how much should rent be, all these detailed president, CEO kind of numbers, CFO. And she's going, Dad, I'm worried. Could you go over this with me before I get there so I don't look stupid? I'm going, honey, you're going to be brilliant. But yes, glad to go over that with you, kind of sharing some stuff just so she knows. Yeah. So she can just answer it. So she'll just know. Yeah. So anyway, just fun to watch her kind of come on track.
It is very much so.
What is this segment about? I see a bunch of my studio just smells delicious.
There you go.
And bright and beautiful. What is the average size flowers? Like 8 inches across? What is this?
So we talk quite a bit about seasonality, having color and different things all season long so that you're always enjoying something beautiful out in your yard. And so now we're moving into that late summer, autumn, going into fall, autumn kind of thing. So there are some great perennials, great flowers that give you that late summer color that are spectacular. So we just got a bunch in. So I brought in show and tell.
We should talk about those. We haven't had marigolds like that since, I don't know, like April.
So you're better at showing off.
There you go. Help you out.
So that's our marigold. We did get like 150 1-gallon marigolds in. Yeah. All different colors. This is my favorite color. This is Durango red. It's kind of an orangey, dark orange, red, a little bit of yellow. It's just very pretty. Yeah. Of course, it has that marigold smell to it.
It's because animals don't eat it. That's they're more, they repel insects. There's a lot going on for marigolds.
And the thing I love about marigolds too, they are so easy to kick into bloom, and they want to stay in bloom. So, do a little bit of deadheading, some flower power, and they'll stay kicking until a really hard frost.
I would say ours were in bloom past Thanksgiving last year.
They
were going into December in containers.
Right.
And they were spectacular. So this is one that takes you well past summer through autumn and getting close to winter. That's how tough these things are. It's not just a frost and they're gone. Not like a zinnia or dahlias.
Yeah.
This keeps on going. That's why these are right up there with mums and asters. This is a fall plant.
Yeah.
but they bloom way sooner
Mhm.
than your mums will ever
Right.
do.
So we got some beautiful winds. We got the
Yeah.
yellow, we've got the true orange, and then the Durango red.
Yeah. Love
So
Durango red.
that's one of my favorites. You got to check that out.
Okay.
And then, of course, we've got, I've probably talked about these before, but I have a very specific reason for bringing it in today.
Okay.
So this is Coneflower. This particular one is Cheyenne Spirit. And as you can see on one plant, you've got at least 2 to 3 different colors always
Yeah,
coming
it's
out.
crazy.
It's a beautiful mix. You get the reds, the oranges, the whites, the yellows.
Playing with the camera. Sorry. This is also being vlogged. It's podcasted. It's radio live streamed. It's going on terrestrial
Yes.
antennas. It's everywhere.
Right. So it's another one that's a really consistent bloomer. Once it starts going
Yeah.
into bloom, they're getting a little bit of deadheading, a little bit of flower power, and it's going to keep blooming all season long. Great for hummingbirds, for butterflies, birds in general. Just a really super plant out there for that.
And this is like, so I've been telling folks, this is the time when you want to fight inflation. You buy plants now because they're so much bigger. This thing must have, I don't know, 15, 20 blooms. It's got 2, 4, 6, like 10 blooms on it with 10 more underneath it ready to go. You just get more plant for the money this time of year. And Cheyenne Spirit, to have a coneflower, your grandparents had purple coneflower. That was it. This has got every other color in the rainbow. It's
Right.
wild. It's a new variety.
Very pretty. And then also rudbeckias. This is the time of year rudbeckia shine. Now it's a horrible name, rudbeckia.
And there's
So
Black-Eyed Susan or something.
Black-Eyed Susan's kind of a common name, but they've come up with so many different varieties now. So this one is Prairie Sun. Look how huge.
It looks like a sunflower. It's crazy. Only it's much more upright, doesn't get that heavy seed, and doesn't reseed like crazy.
Right.
So cleaner, neater.
So that one's Prairie Sun.
You can't even see the foliage. It's crazy.
They're spectacular. You really got to come in and see those. And the other one we got, that's another rudbeckia, is Denver Daisy.
These are the same. This one's got a beautiful black, like it's bigger than a
Dark
silver
brown
dollar.
center.
It's huge. Black center.
You know why they call it the Denver Daisy?
No, because it came from Denver.
It is in honor of Denver's 150th anniversary.
That is awesome.
They created it specifically for that.
That is awesome.
So that's a really cool flower.
I would call it Prescott Daisy. That's what I would do it, but I'm biased, totally biased. Arizona Daisy. I'd call it something like that.
So both of the rudbeckias, actually, they're going to go dormant in the wintertime, but
Yeah.
they're very cold tolerant.
Yeah.
So they are going to come back next year, and they're also probably going to drop seed, and you'll have a few more coming up next year.
So it's a true wildflower.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very
And
pretty.
summer through. When
So-
do these stop? So probably they'll turn color and start to show that straw color in Halloween, first part of
I would
November, something like
say,
that.
Yeah, easily through October. So now the reason I brought the coneflower in and the rudbeckias in is to show you the echinacea.
Echinacea. If I can't decide, I want one of both.
So echinacea are a cross between the rudbeckia and the echinacea.
Okay.
So these are a cross.
So they're
between the two.
cross-pollinating or something,
Right.
or they're grafting or some other weird
They're
thing.
doing genetics. It's a genetic thing, but it's okay. It's okay. You can
Yeah.
still have them. So this one is Samarina Orange.
Yeah, I'll show it.
Very dark in color,
It's
but
beautiful.
look how it still has that big, beautiful blossom.
Yep.
Interesting colors. Very, very pretty.
Great big petals coming out. The thing is
Mhm.
probably, I don't know, 6 inches across. You cannot see the foliage. There's so many flowers on it. And the beauty with this one is it repeat blooms by itself even easier than the other two.
Mhm.
Just keeps on going. This one doesn't reseed as easy, does it?
No,
Or-
it
I don't
doesn't.
know.
It
So
doesn't, but it's still just a really cool plant to have out there.
That's why it has more flowers on it.
Mhm.
Because it doesn't have to focus on the seed. It just focuses on flowers. So,
Right. Mhm.
but it's still a perennial.
Oh, yeah.
Goes back every year.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Great in containers or in the ground in your perennial beds.
And I noticed
either
this
way.
one's like $3 less expensive than the other two. Of course,
No, it's not.
yeah, $17.99. So it's big old. What is this thing?
Yeah.
Like 18 inches tall. It's huge.
The other one's,
The other one's 20. Oh,
Yeah,
they
they're
are.
$17.99.
Well, shoot, that's a lot of plant for money.
It
Okay, sorry. I
is.
thought they were 22 or 19.99 or
No,
something.
they're $17.99. And then this one's Samarina Yellow.
Submarina, is it a
Sub-
minute?
Samarina.
Submarina. Oh, my bad.
I keep telling him he's got to get
I'm
his
such a
check.
man. I can
We're out of
recover.
time.
if I need to. Ken and Lisa Lain and the Mountain Gardeners. Sorry we were out of time. Wish we had more. Be right back after this.